with the Kazakhs. And now, what would Thunder Talk do?
Yeah, there's a lot of questions that we need an answer for here in this squad, because so far, oh man, this is gonna be hard because the Ashe is gonna be banned because it was so hard to deal with a while ago. And Vladimir could also be one of the options that they take out here for Thunder Talk, just for them to not let Neon pick the champion that he almost picked every time for this past few games.
Yeah. And right now, there are a couple of options here. Thunder Talk could deny the Vladimir, given
gonna take the Vladimir.
mid lane is open. And the thing is, this is still a mono composition wherein it's full of AD champions and they need that burst damage. So Vladimir will be open for them to pick up.
Yeah, they will have a Vladimir here because based from what we're seeing, an Ashe and a Zoe being banned. There you go. That's a good answer, Nova. Banning that Vladimir just so they wouldn't be able to pick it on the other side. And now Galio is going to be picked here. No choice, at least for Shenji. That's why he's going to be picking this up.
Yeah, it's clever for Nova. We have read your moves and we're going to ban it away. And Thunder Talk, coming into their Gragas pickup, this will also be really amazing. Given how Chensi performed on the Ornn, that could be reflected and mirrored onto a Gragas pick. And this time around, they will be able to have the possibility of the deny of that isolation as well if played right on the explosive cask onto those team fights, which they desperately needed in the prior game.
Oh man, and now this is gonna be it from what we're seeing. Corki, also one of the picks that you should be able to pick up if ever you want to be that confident. This is Corki together with a double marksman on their composition. Remember, Lucian is available. Z could pick that up, or even a Gwen could be a good pick here for the squad.
How about Orianna though? I think Orianna could also be something if they want to, but as we have mentioned a while ago, we're just doing some theory crafting here when it comes to these champions, and Gwen is one of it that we have mentioned a while ago on top of Vladimir, on top of the Zoe possibility. So, expected is there, but Dash, the draft of Thunder Talk in this game is on a whole nother level.
Yeah, it's way better than what they did during Game 3, because Game 3 was a lot of wrong decisions altogether. Having a set together with a composition that doesn't really have a lot of solid CC that they can work with. Now this is way better. They would have a lot more decent DPS, and they would be able to tank up a lot of damage. But on the side of Nova Esports, it's also a good spot to be in for the squad here. And what they can do here for the squad is to just make sure that this double ADC would be able to work.
Yeah, it definitely is, right? And one of the disadvantage now that we're talking about these compositions, these back and forths, is that when the mist activates, that will be such a hard time for Zeri and Corki to be able to gain access to him. So that is something that Nova Esports has to play around, has to really formulate their decisions well, because if it comes down into that final straw, once again, you still have the Sivir, Hecarim, Aatrox availability for the likes of Thunder Talk that they could go in for those engage, gain access on the Corki, and Zeri, that will be the end of them. On top of that, a Gragas is also available.
Yeah, and now with the Gragas available, this will be way easier to have, at least to cancel out the Ornn from using an ultimate confidently. And that's what they want to do here, but again, this is where they're gonna go here. So we're gonna be seeing Neon again fighting against Z in the mid lane, and I hope to see some magic from Z again with this Gwen.
Yeah, and it's just Z playing on Gwen, especially from game 2, was too good. And that was, I believe, up against Zeri as well into that matchup, along with Vladimir, I believe. So it's really, really good. Z knows how to play this champion like the back of his hand, so that will be something of an expectation here for Thunder Talk coming into this matchup. Just when it comes to those early games, not going to be as easy.
Yeah. Now from what we're starting here, decided Thunder Talk, what they want to do here is to just make sure that they have the game in their favor as much as they can, not giving stability to the members of Nova Esports, because Nova has a lot more capabilities of doing damage in the early stages of the game, because you expect the Kazakhs to be able to get clears early in the game and be able to take the objectives. So that's what they want to do here.
Especially at level 5. When that level 5 reaches, Kazakhs will unlock a whole nother level of damage as well. And if played onto his passive as well, under those isolations, maybe on top side of the map and even mid lane, that could definitely work in favor of Nova Esports. They just have to balloon that advantage that they were able to take, because they did it in game number 1. As Long went in for the invade, they went and got a lot of advantage, especially up against XBuy. They just have to replicate that, but not make mistakes.
Yeah. Now from what we're seeing here for... Oh, wait, what? They're already starting the fight
XBuy.
now. Look at the confidence.
Oh,
two flashes already happened. Now that's going to be good. At least they know that 2 members of Thunder Talk doesn't have any flashes anymore.
Yeah. It's too much investment. I think they went overboard. Yes, just the look of XBuy in front of you is such a hefty meal for Thunder Talk, but using 2 flashes in 2 minutes is not exactly the best option. And yes, when it comes to the first objective, it will come back up, but this will negate them the possibility of a lot more opportunities into this point, 2 minutes into the first objective.
Yeah. Oh no, this is gonna be bad though, Infinity, because from what we're seeing here from the game, Nova Esports are just starting to take over this early stages of the game just because they are getting long on a very great spot. And when you don't pressure this guy as much as you can, oh man, he's gonna do magic for the team here.
He will be. He will be. He's just going to just bring out a bunny out of his hat, or what, a trump card out his sleeves. It's just too much. Like, especially if Long is given a lot of space, he knows how to play it. He has played Nilla in the jungle, and he has waited for 15 minutes before he starts up his first gank, his first engage. And that is something that Long can do in those long games.
Yeah. And for now, we're still seeing it. Very slow game for both sides. 2 minutes is gonna be when the fight is gonna be starting. So far, based on the fast 3 games that we had, we're seeing your XBuy struggling on the first objective, and that's what Nova is super good at, capitalizing on those hesitance coming in from Thunder Talk Gaming. And so far, it has been doing good for the squad here.
It definitely has been. And right now, Long is already at level 6, and expectedly, it will be XBuy who has unlocked his ultimate as well. So coming into these fights, expect a possible gank coming from Long into the bottom lane pretty soon in a couple of seconds. If not, that could be an opening for Thunder Talk to do the same thing in mid or bot lane.
Yeah, so far it has been starting to look like they're gonna be taking over the map soon enough. But this fight in top lane is not gonna end soon. It's always just gonna be like this. So for now, without any kills from both sides, this is just gonna work out for Renekton on the top side, because as we do expect, that's what they want. That's the reason why they pick the Renekton every time. It's because they want that easy early game, or at least an accessible CC that they can work with.
Yeah, and the thing about Renekton versus an Aatrox matchup, it's Renekton who will have that innate advantage early game with just the outright raw strength of the champion, but in addition to that, the mobility. Once you go in with the wrong movement from Aatrox, going in for a skill that puts you at a disadvantage, going for those knockups, Renekton could just swiftly move to the right, CC you, and deal damage. And that is the detriment that Aatrox has to face consistently on top side of the map.
Yeah, especially if you're using plated steel caps every time here. What you want? Oh no, Remake won't be able to make the back on time though. That's not gonna be good for their side now. Thunder Talk, those micro movements that they did there gives him an option to just take the Rift Herald, just because they're now a bit late on that rotation.
Package will be available though, for Nova, expectedly. But 1-for-1 objective trade, I think Thunder Talk really just respects still the possibility of those takedowns.
Yeah,
right now,
that's gonna be easy take for him. He's just gonna be using the onslaught of the shadows to run away. With On the Hunt on their side, that's gonna be a call. And what was that? Chenshi had a good explosive cast there just to stop the engage on Nova.
Yeah, it's a back and forth, and this is what we're talking about, right? Oh my! And that,
they're gonna be using it. They're gonna be going for the damage. They're gonna go for the fight. Right now, Shin is just regenerating. Neon is still not stopping on the onslaught. Goes in for the slow. Right now, Shin doesn't have the ult anymore, so he can back away now.
And that, my friend, is why you want mobility up against Aatrox. Just going for those side steps time and time again. With that said, Shelly being spawned into the mid lane gives that third takedown to Thunder Talk.
Yeah, and now there's not really a lot of options for the squad now. So with that tower in the mid lane, that gives options to Thunder Talk to just move around the jungle that they have. That's what you like. the map presence that you will have here is going to be massive for Thunder Talk.
It definitely will be, right? Especially given how this game will now revolve around how XBI will start these fights, how Gragas as well will follow through, and how the shifts and the laning phase has pretty much ended, right? You want to now start up these ganks, wants to start up this fight, especially how Thunder Talk has played in game number 1 and game number 2. Expectedly, they want to accelerate. They want to gain a lot of these advantages coming down into that Baron that will come out pretty soon.
Yeah, Long is going to be taking at least a chip damage on the objectives here from their side using the Ghost. He's going to be running away. Flash is going to be used. It's just going to be next, but it's a good thing they have the Slice and Dice and all getaway cards on their name.
And just imagine, that's a blue buff for a Flash. Neon in danger.
Yeah, they're not going to be engaging here. They're just going to be taking some plates before they back away because the plates are going to be expiring soon.
Yeah, and going back, blue buff went to Long in trade for his Flash, and I don't think that's a good trade. And that's really unfortunate overall. Now Thunder Talk has the innate advantage coming into the following minute to come. Just given that Long has lost his Flash will really disrupt and be a hindrance to the
Oh yeah, they saw a remake.
Spy.
They're gonna be starting the fight here. They're gonna be pulling them back a bit. Yes, is gonna be forced to use the Dominus this early. Now that's gonna be it. Nova is just gonna be pulling back now because Dominus is out.
Yeah, and the thing is, Long's nowhere to be found as well. So this is pretty much a 2v2 isolated case if ever they want to go for all in, but opts to not go for it.
Yeah, for now, from what we're seeing here, oh man, we still don't have any kills on both sides. We're yet to get our first blood. That first objective didn't get us our first blood, but at least first turrets have been taken down already, and Thunder Talk already has 2.
Yeah, and that will give them so much advantage, especially it is revolving around the top side of the map and the mid lane. And you know what that means? It's pretty much a complete advantage onto the Baron split because now Nova has to really take quite some time to be able to go back to safety.
Yeah.
Z
already starting. Z not gonna die from that though. They still have the needlework on their side just for them to push back this wave and not let Nova be confident in taking this. Oh man, this is just too good from what we're seeing here from their side, especially for the side of Nova Esports. What they want to do is just to take this blue buff, but for now, top side of the map very clear, and also they just don't want Nova to take cover or at least take that easy Baron once they go to level to 12 minutes because they can easily do so. They have 2 ADCs, they have a Kha'Zix, but because of this map advantage for Thunder Talk, it's going well for them.
It definitely is, especially given how thus far every single action of Thunder Talk is leading for that Baron objective advantage, right? Even if they don't take it down, they will just also pressure Nova Esports on what they can do because right now they don't have complete access and complete control over the left quadrant jungle and the Baron spin.
Yeah, and for now they're just gonna be pushing back on this. Oh wait, he used his smite. He has 15 seconds on this smite though. So with that, that could be an opportunity for Thunder Talk to do. But they also have a package on hand on remake, so they still have advantage here if ever they try to start this.
Are ready. Ultimate of XBI is ready. So when it comes to these engages, Thunder Talk could just play patiently and not force it.
Yeah. And for now, remake is just gonna be using this just to push him back. And they're already starting because they know they might be starting soon. That's gonna be it. Packaged onto the backline, so it was able to flash away. Right now, they're going for damage. Z is trying to at least push everybody away with the damage to take the deal here. With the needlework right now, Long might be dead, and they would be able to take it in the end. It worked out in the end for them. Thunder Talk was able to get it, and that is gonna be good for the squad here.
And that's too much. It's a buy one, take two free for Thunder Talk. They were able to take the objective, and they were able to take 2 kills away from that engage. And right now, they are poised in a position of advantage up against Nova Esports.
Yeah, they could be able to take the towers on the top side of the map, but let's take a look at their replay again.
Yeah, and once again, we have emphasized the patience game that Nova can do. And X-Bite coming at the right time with the onset of shadows into the back, along with how Thunder Talk went in for the engage, chased down onto remake. It was pretty much Nova who was dismembered.
No! That was just unfortunate though, man. Oh man, that blast cone just killed Remake. And now they got 2 kills out of that. The first 2 kills that we had in the game. Can't believe that's the first blood. And again, 6.5k gold lead just out of this advantages per advantages that they get. They just get towers and just get the gold lead. And that's going to be a massive advantage unless Nova would be able to get the kills themselves.
It is a massive advantage. Right now, Thunder Talk should play towards the Baron, not like this, Sin.
Yeah, that's going to be a kill. Shin is going to be killed right down the top side of the map. Still not a Baron on site. So what they're going to do here for the side of Thunder Talk is just pressure Nova. Might be able to just put a bit of that on their side and put themselves on the top side of the map and maybe take this Baron.
Yeah, and that's definitely not something that you want, because now Thunder Talk is on a numbers disadvantage. So when it comes down to it, they have to turn to Nova.
Yeah, all restarting. Have some damage on their side.
They have to
be pulling them back 4v4. There's no member. There's going to be a 4v4. Their Baron laner is on the bot side of the map, taking down towers for himself. And right now, it's not going to continue on. The hunt was used already. So Nova is confident that they can take the members of Thunder Talk in the battle if ever they need to.
Oh, Yami
gets a knock up on 2. Backline lost out of the shadows. Goes in for the Fear Guard. Enchant to take some time. But that's again going to be a kill. Yes, it's going to be next. They're not going to be able to follow through Shin. It's a bit too fast. Neon, a lot of damage onto him. He's going to be pulled back. And that's going to be a kill. Thunder Talk is going to be going for it long. It's trying to get the kill on Chen Shi. But Shin is going to follow through. They have a leap. They're going to be leaping to the other side. And Thunder Talk is going to be taking this Baron.
Yeah, now Thunder Talk could fully commit onto the Baron as well. They have Chensi, they have Z, all on half HP. They pretty much have the HP advantage as well. The numbers game in their favor, so Baron will be open.
Yeah, 5k HP. They don't know that they have vision here. Long might be able to take this. Shin is going in. Remix is going to fall. Still have 3k. Long already used his leap. So this is not going to be a good chance for him. He still has the Edge of Night. And now he's going to be pushed back. Look at that. Explosive gas to push him in. And this is going to be bad. Outside of Shadow to use. And that is still going to be a Baron take for the side. And Thunder Talk takes it.
A picture-perfect coordination coming in from Thunder Talk. The body slam came through. The explosive cast isolated. Long wanted to escape to go into the Baron. But the Onslaught of Shadow feared him. So it was too good of a chemistry coming in from Thunder Talk. But Sin in danger.
Lightning Flash was used. Force the flash out. And Shin is still confident that he can take them in a fight. Just put some pressure on the top side of the map so that the wave is going to be pushing.
Yeah, the wave's going to be pushing. Sin can also just play it a bit more safer. With the Baron buff, he could just give the minions the Baron empowered buff. But at this point, it was just too good. But Thunder Talk now wants to push it, wants to end it.
Yeah, what's so hard about playing against, say, Sivir is also because of the extra mobility that you get whenever you go for the fight. And that's why Thunder Talk is just so confident in taking these battles, especially if they know that they can run away. And also, what's great about having a Sivir is the massive wave clear that she has. Yami's going to be killed on the bot side. And this is going to be a tower takedown bot side of the map. And they're going to be transitioning to the mid lane.
Oh my. On the hunt with Baron empowered minions. Too quick, too swift, also tanky as well. But like, who can stop the minions? The minions itself is too tanky to be able to demolish that easy for Nova.
Yeah, Nexus shields are going to be up. And that is going to be a lot of members on the top side of the map. X-By just putting pressure on the bot side. Remake was forced to flash away. Genshi's almost dead. But Neon is going to be flashing. And this tower is going to fall. They have the Baron buff and it's hacking towards the third. Long could be killed. 1 HP was able to back away. And that's going to be it. This is going to be game. And Thunder Talk is going to take it again.
They're back on their forms. They're back on their A game. What a performance that Thunder Talk showed us. Once again, stating and supporting the idea that their winning condition